And we will go to our graveyard, get Daretti back. Alright, well, we'll go with a Reinforced Ronin. And we'll get our own Skyclave Apparition. Get double triggers off that. You can get rid of the Luminarch Aspirant. That's submit 1. There you go. Yeah, you don't like it, do you? You don't like it when people double Skyclave Apparition. You did it to us 4 times with the same one. Hello. I am Average Zen, your host of Average Zen Presents. We are back on a casual Tuesday, streaming live at you on Twitch, or perhaps on YouTube if you're watching later in the future. Hello. Yes, we do this sort of thing 4 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for Twitch, streaming live 11 to 1 Central European time, except for on Thursdays. That's 10 to 12 for our Achievement Hunters Lodge, where we hunt down achievements on Magic the Gathering Arena, perhaps build decks bespoke to achieve such things. And we also are doing giveaways. We have 2 boxes of Ether Drift Play booster boxes behind me being dutifully held down by Power Girl before they race off into the distance towards you. You could be a lucky winner if all you do is check out our About section on Twitch, our About section on YouTube, or our pin posts on Twitter, X, or Blue Sky at Average Zen on those social media channels, at Average Zen on YouTube, and of course Average Zen Presents here on Twitch. And we are still going strong. We are in for some games today, I can tell you. We had a great first hour playing with some Agatha's Soul Cauldron once again in Historic, and we are jumping back into Historic so that we can play with Daretti. Yes, the Rocketeer Engineer, the Rocket Man, burning up his fuse on there alone. Except he will not be alone, because Daretti is all dolled up. That is what we're doing here today. We built a deck similar to this for Standard recently, but it lacked that oomph. It needed a little something, and that little something is what we get here in Historic, because we have access to some very powerful enablers for Daretti. Let's start at the bottom and work our way towards the top, see what we get. Number 1, Reinforced Ronin, Haste. At the beginning of your end step, return this creature to its owner's hand. It's a 2/2 for 1. It is notably an artifact and samurai. Very cool. This is relevant. There's only 2 here. We also have 4 of Grim Baubles for those early pesky elves. Slow them down, as well as our Soul Wardens and the like, a Voice of the Blesseds. We have Oni Cult Anvil, which pairs very nicely with a Reinforced Ronin if we get it out. Or this Surveil ability on our Grim Bauble. It'll put a construct into play, and we drain some life on our turn, only on our turn. Chainsaw is going to deal 3 damage, some more artifact removal. Tithing Blade, more artifact removal. Seize the Spoils helps us dig for our combo pieces, because wait, it's coming. We can Foundry Inspector. Also, notably, this also puts a treasure token and lets us discard. That's important, because Foundry Inspector, while reducing our costs, is not going to reduce them so much, even with 4 in play, that we get a Portal to Phyrexia or Threefold Thunderhulk or Meteor Golem or a Mindslaver into play. We want those in the graveyard, because Daretti says when it enters or attacks, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return the chosen card to the battlefield. So, we have Panharmonicon, which also says entering artifact triggers doubled. So we get 2 things, 2 triggers on enter. We get double the enter abilities of all these artifacts, and we have 4 Pactdoll Terrors, which will also have their ETBs doubled. And this says whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. So if we were to play something like a Threefold Thunderhulk off of Daretti, sacrificing maybe, I don't know, a Grimbauble, or a treasure token, or a Foundry Inspector, because we don't need it anymore, because we've already discounted and got Pactdoll Terror and Panharmonicon out there. You know, a little slow, a few pieces in the works, but if we can get them all to stick, and we throw down something like a Threefold Thunderhulk, well then what happens is this guy will come into play, and then with the Panharmonicon in play, we'll get 2 life, and our opponent will lose 2 life. Then the Threefold Thunderhulk will make 3 colorless gnome tokens. Except wait, it's going to make 6 colorless gnome tokens, because that is an ETB that will be doubled by Panharmonicon. Those 6 tokens will then double trigger Pactdoll Terror, draining our opponent for an additional 12 life. So that's 18 damage off of just that one play. That's not even counting if we have multiple Pactdoll Terrors in. It's not counting if we have both Panharmonicons in. It's not counting any other damage. So that is pretty good. We also are running Famari Vault to help us discard our big bombs. And who knows, we might even get up to enough mana where we can just endlessly recover a Mindslaver. One of my favorite things to do in Magic, because I'm crazy. Meteor Golem, take care of some non-land permanents that we cannot hit. Portal to Phyrexia, of course, will help us get our stuff back, as well as keeping the board clear, hopefully. Let's take it into the queue and see how many artifacts we can brew. Num 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 num. Hope everyone's doing well out there in TV land, or if you're watching on your phone, mobile land. Doesn't have quite the ring, does it? Taichi 86 will be our first opponent, and they get to go first. Lucky them. But we do have a pretty good curve here. If we can just find Daretti in a way to discard the Threefold Thunderhulk, I think this is a pretty good hand. We even have a Vault of Whispers. Artifact land's fun. Alright, Utopia Sprawl up to a good start. We'll enter tapped. Chainsaw, not bad. Are you serious? You're stone raining me. And saying hello. Well, you get muted. There's a baby crying in the music, and I'm like, yeah. Okay, well, that's 2 lands down. We're dealing with a real deviant here. Okay. 3 lands for you're 3 for 3. Good job. We'll eventually maybe be able to play something. And 4 for 4. Excellent. And an Elvis Mystic. Alright, they have run out their hand. And we still drew a land. Lucky us. Shuffler's not letting us down now. Alright, now Shuffler, you are letting us down. But that's okay, because we actually wanted to discard this anyway. Assuming we live long enough. Now they're putting our 1 land on top of our library. Okay. And they have another acidic slime. We're just going to go ahead and concede here, because this person is an absolute jerk. Absolute jerk. Non-stop land destruction. Wow. Okay. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Alright, let's see if we can find a slightly less jerky opponent. Our hand looked so good until we had 0 lands. Alright, we get to go first. Not bad. We got some options here. Raucous. Okay, we'll do that. The Raucous Theater. Raucous Theater Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. And then there was Mono Red with a dinosaur avatar. Conspicuous Snoop. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and put down our Restless Vince and the Oni Cult Anvil. Alright, we know the top card is a land. Howl Squad Heavy. Alright. We are not prepared to deal with a board full of goblins. We have spot removal, no board wipes. So we need to build a board quickly. Two Pactdoll Terrors is kind of where it's at. We'll gain some life back. And that should slow them down. They will have a goblin that has to attack from the Howl Squad Heavy. Hopefully they don't have removal. Alright. You going? No. Okay, conservative goblin player. I like it. Alright, we need help. Come on, Shuffler. This is not the help we seek. But we will double up on Pactdoll Terrors all day against Mono Red. Life gain good. Life gain very good. Okay, you can count on luck. They know that they will be exiling a land, interestingly enough. Impact Trimmers. Okay. Well, we're going to start taking damage from this goblin, whether we like it or not now, thanks to that. And that'll get their speed up. Okay. I see where you're going here. Okay. Yeah, go for it. No? All right, then. Well, we're not going to take an additional damage. Okay, this is where it gets spicy. Panharmonicon may keep us in this. Yeah, good luck. You exile that. Oh, and then they got Goblin Surveyor. Well, they're doing a lot of Aether Drift cards here for Historic. I wonder why. Impact, all of these cards are standard. Except for the Snoop. Yeah, the Snoop is the only thing so far that they've played that is not standard. Oh, Goblin Gathering. Okay, I see. Alright, well, we're very close to a Threefold Thunderhulk now. That's going to be crazy. Okay, go Impact Tremors number 2. I don't think it's going to be enough. And then they're going to make a bunch of Gobos. 4 damage to our face, and then they make another Gobbo for another 2 damage. Uh-huh. Sweet. We said we found Panharmonicon the hard way. 2 Impact Tremors. Alright, well, the guy has to attack. They're fine with it. Alright, we need a Daretti is what we need. Or a way to discard this Threefold Thunderhulk if we can't make it to the mana. Alright, Grim Bobble, not the worst here. First off, let's go Oni Cult Anvil, drain them. A whole bunch. I think actually we might get there even without. We get double. Oh wow, that's cool. Alright, we get that, and then let's kill this guy. I guess we could have gotten rid of the End Rider Spike Spitter, but who cares? Because now we sacrifice the Oni Cold Anvil and get two guys. Drain ya. And that's pretty good. Oh, if only we had had all, lands the last game. If our opponent had destroyed all our lands, I think that's what would have wound up happening to them as well. I'm going to count that as a moral victory. Let's try again. Stone Rain. Acidic Slime. Wow, yeah. It had not even occurred to me to play those cards, much less that we might be playing up against someone playing those cards. I'm not a jerk. Okay, this hand is not great. Not great. We don't want this many of our... Okay, this is better. We will... unfortunately get rid of a Tithing Blade, I think. Well, they're milling us. Well, that's great. They just got our Mindslaver into the graveyard for us. Thank you. We didn't want to draw that anyway. Daretti? I'm loath to keep that on top. Well, I'm sure that they're going to mill us some more. Wonderful. All right, what do we got in there? We got Threefold Thunderhulk, Mindslaver. All right, Vault of Whispers, and we will Tithing Blade. Next turn, Foundry Inspector, followed up with Pactdoll Terror into Oni Cold Anvil. I don't think that they can beat us. They're gonna have to mill us a lot. Another great one into the graveyard, so we just need to draw one more land in a Daretti. And I think we are good. Because then we can start bringing stuff back from the graveyard they've been milling. Alright, Foundry Inspector time. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. And then, Fraying Sanity. All right, then. I think they may be running out of steam. We'll see. All right, we got 4 mana. So let's go Foundry Inspector, Pactdoll Terror, Drain you, attack. Alright, we just need to hit a Daretti off the top. And we are golden thanks to our opponent's mill plan. Drowned in Secrets. That is not it. We'll keep that on top. Maybe they'll mill that for us. Alright, yep. And attack in. And I think we will Oni Cold Anvil and get rid of a Foundry Inspector. Drain you. Oh no, I forgot that would get rid of our chainsaw on top. Whoops. Oh, Jace. Cool. Oh, we had a Daretti on top. Ah. Kapask. Masahak. I got bad news for you, opponent. You're not milling us. I got bad news, opponent. We have one card left, and that's all we need. Because we sacrifice the Tithing Blade, we drain you, and then attack. Didn't ever get the chance to bring anything back from the graveyard. Apparently not necessary. I'm fine with that. The option was there. Had we, yeah, I mean, even if we hadn't milled our own chainsaw, thanks to hitting the graveyard, they would have milled the Daretti with Jace anyway. But yeah, I called it when I saw our hand. There was no way they were gonna mill us out before we killed them. Well, let's do it again. Super Trooper 803 the Mighty. Oh man, Mindslaver in the opening hand, Meteor Golem in the opening hand. But we do have a Seize the Spoils. Where there's a will, there's a way. I would like to get a Mindslaver win in. That would be awesome. Okay, we're up against Lifegate. Oh, come on, game. Why? 6, 7, 9? We don't have that many that we should be drawing all of these. All right, Bishop of Wings. This is going to be an absolute slaughter if we can't do something about that. All right, we need a land. On land off the top, and a Voice of the Blessed. Wonderful. All right. Well, our Grimbobble will not work now because they're fixing to gain life. All right, that is a land. Okay, well, let's go ahead and Foundry Inspector so we have a blocker. Collected Company. Wonderful. Main phase even. All right. Wonderful. Fun times. Collected Company in an Angels deck. Alright, let's see if we can find an opponent not playing an overpowered deck in the casual play queue. Or all land destruction, or a pile of removal and or discard. There are some sick people on Arena. No judgment, but that's what you are. I mean, let's call a horse a horse. Tony Tiger, you need mental help. You need help. Tony Tiger will be our next opponent. I'm okay with this. It's not the greatest. Maybe we'll surveil something good. Survey says maybe. Alright. Up against a Rakdos player ourselves. We will not deal damage. We will surveil. Tithing Blade, not bad here. Alright, well, let's Oni Cult Anvil it up. Ideally, we play down Foundry Inspector into Pactdoll Terror, but I'm assuming they have some form of interaction here. Their love of the Ashiok avatar and red-black colors is kind of a dead giveaway. Lightning Strike, yeah! To our face. Look at you go. Alright, and then A shock. Shocking. Alright, well, let's give it a shot. I'm sure that they have removal for it. If they do, we can always only cold anvil it into another guy. Alright then, that's what we'll do. And even deal some damage and gain some life back. Do they have a creature at all? No. They said no. Alright, well, we will continue our march onward. More removal and more burn. That is the answer. Alright, well, maybe now we can do something. We has Pactdoll Terror. Hello? Opponent. Get drained. Alright, attack in. Okay. Seize the spoils, looking pretty good right now. I would love to mind slaver our opponent and cast lightning bolts at themselves. That would be great. Oh, but they gave it up before we could get the mind slaver lock. It was coming. It was coming. They knew it. I mean, they didn't know we had a mind slaver in hand, but they knew there was nothing they were going to do against us gaining life like that. Alright. Let's do it again. It's ready. Taking a back seat on that one. Fuzzy Monster 1212 with the wonderful Wandering Emperor avatar. This hand, yeah, I guess. At least we have some early plays to go along with our prohibitively expensive later plays, which we're supposed to cheat into play. Elvis Mystic will die to chainsaws all day. I'll pay 2 life to do it. Run, 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 run. Alright, well, let's go ahead and pay 2 life there, get a Foundry Inspector down. That'll let us play Pactdoll Terror next turn, even with Hive of the Eye Tyrant coming into play tapped. Chromatic Lantern. What are we playing, Commander now? I don't understand. Alright, gain some life, deal some damage. Double Plaza of Heroes into Rin and 7. Rin and 7. Alright, very cool. Panharmonicon, that's a good one. No attacks. Looking for one more land, please. Or another Foundry Inspector. A Sika, God of the Tree. Oh, we are playing Commander. We are playing Brawl. Alright, well, let's Grim Bobble. That'll double trigger. And let's go ahead and hit the chainsaw up on our Pactdoll Terror. And that seems good. And I think we want no attacks, because Portal to Phyrexia is a thing. Hellish Norn. All right, then. No blocks. All right, Fomari Vault. And I believe we need to pay 3. I don't think we live long enough for this to matter. But we will maybe get a Daretti. And block. And no, that's 12. That's too much damage. Either way, we're taking 12. No, and you're not stealing our stuff. No. No, we did not have fun. Our opponent just played some crazy jank on us and is trying to steal our stuff. But you know, we don't like that. I don't care what Arena interprets from that not having fun. We didn't have fun. Take that for what you will. We were having fun up until Atali came down. Not a fan of stealing people's stuff. That being said, occasionally we do play that. It doesn't make us feel good, though. Valmar is our next Phyrexian-loving opponent. They probably have Mother of Machines or another Elish Norn in their hand as we speak. And it's tapped, you get muted, it's only the sickos that say hello. Yep, okay. Arashis Ether number 2. Vault of Whispers into a Foundry Inspector. Burns it down. There you go. Alright, well, Foundry Inspector, I'm tempted. No, let's just go Pactdoll Terror. See if they have a 4 toughness removal spell in hand. Seems likely. They are staring. Alright. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we caught a break. Well, it's a sorcery that's gonna burn it down. Chandra, yep, there she is. Oh, 2 red mana. Chandra's Triumph, okay. Well, no, I mean, that was just stupid. Why did we cast a chainsaw? Whoops, my bad. Of course, they had the perfect answer. They had the perfect answer. They had the Chandra and the Chandra's burn spell that deals 5 damage when they have a Chandra in play. Because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they have it? They always have it. Well, let's go. See if we can find a better play than that. All of our stuff, we don't really have much Planeswalker removal other than the Meteor Golem. That's the reason I scooped there. There's just no way. There's no way we recover from that. This is promising, but yeah, they're just going to have nothing but burn in their hand. So anything we played there to try to attack the Chandra is just going to die. Okay. And we're dealing with another sicko. Cool. Alright, well, we found another one. 3 for 3 on the Foundry Inspectors. Or 3 out of 4. Pay 2 life. Foundry Inspector. It dies. We have a Virtue of Persistence. Wonderful. Alright, Foundry Inspector number 3. And more removal. Well, we will get rid of... We have to discard 2 cards? Wow, okay. And mill some lands and get another thing. Alright. Panharmonicon into the Pactdoll Terror, assuming it stays on top, is nice. Sheoldred of the Apocalypse. Wonderful. Well, we'll gain that life back. And no attacks. They're back up to 20. And we are in top deck season. More removal. Ristic Study. Okay, we're back in Commander. Whatever. Alright then. This is a... No, we don't want to do that. I think we get in with both of these guys. And that's fine, I guess. I was really hoping they would block there. We do get double triggers off the Grim Bobble, so we can get down to... I guess we'll go with the Foundry Inspector. Alright, we need one more Grim Bobble or a Chainsaw. That's not it. You gotta be kidding me. Alright then. Discard, 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 removal. And Sheoldred. Oh my god. How lame is that? And this is how you have to keep in mind. We are in the casual play queue. And this is what people choose to do. They can't handle taking this crazy nonsense into the ranked queue. They gotta get their jollies off playing up against people just trying to have a casual fun time, as we do on Casual Tuesdays. So I'm glad to be your whipping post, Sheoldred. Thank you. I'm honored. Silmar. You're our opponent. Alright then. Alright, now we're in the weird position that we have exactly what we want in hand except for one of our bombs. This is the first time this has happened. And they have an Ocelot Pride. Wonderful. Pay 2 life. Seize the spoils. We will discard a Pactdoll Terror, I guess. And draw into another Pactdoll Terror and a Reinforced Rodent. Alright, where are our bombs? That's what we wanted here. Brimaz. Okay then, well, Panharmonicon. We're gonna need it. Pearl Medallion. Johnny's Pride Mate. Clerk Class. Alright, they have the City's Blessing. Gonna make a bunch of tokens. Gain a bunch of life, deal a bunch of damage, and there's no way we can deal with this board now. Alright then. No attacks. Cat. Johnny. Wonderful. Ocelot Pride. Famously balanced card. I mean, don't get me wrong, we play it. But we know it's busted. There's a reason why they changed it from 1 mana to 2 on Arena. Cal Tyrix. Tyrax? Tyrak? Okay. Alright, I will admit, this deck, not as consistent today as it has been. Alright, we got a ramper. We did draw a removal spell. Oh, come on, what? Alright, we don't need a second Oni Cold Anvil. Alright, attack you, Ronin, attack. Okay, green and black. Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright. Okay, that's what we needed to see. Let's go. Grim Bobble on the Halfling. Tithing Blade on the Haunt. Glissa. Wonderful. So glad we could be here for that. Next, no attacks. In turn. Alright, we got a thing. May equip. It is now a 5/5. Still has to deal damage, though, in order to do anything. So as long as they don't have removal for our token, we're good. It would be great to draw a land Ear Shuffler. That would be wonderful. Any day, Glissa. You know you're attacking. You know you're attacking. But we don't have any enchantments for you to destroy. We don't have any counters for you to remove. But you do have the option to deal 2 damage and draw even more cards. What are we even doing here? Not, it's bad enough they have a Glissa with a Sword of Fire and Ice. Now they're timing out. Okay. Then 3 days later. What kind of rope is this? Smug rope? Got salt rope and smug rope? Cool. Okay. Well, maybe they did lose connection. Well, let's go ahead and play our Foundry Inspector. Play the Dross Bridge. And no attacks. And I assume maybe if they come back, then we start taking damage. Well, we have this opportunity. Everyone, huddle up. Let's get a nice calming breath session. Alright, inhale through the nose. Hold it. Exhale slow out the mouth. Hold it. Inhale through the nose. Hold it. Exhale through the mouth, slow. All right. I feel better. Not the win we wanted, but the win we deserved. Because, gosh darn it, we are loved. We are all loved. You are loved. I don't know if you need to hear that, but it's true. Alright, let's jump in there and see what's going on. Can we get one win in? Just one. There's been so many. I played last night with this deck in the very same queue we're in now, and performed a lot better. Would like the chance to show off, and now we're up against an opponent that's going to give us a draw. And we cannot cancel out of the queue, so we're just going to sit here and wait. Well, I guess we do some more calming breaths. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Alright, should be queuing up now. There we go. And it's a draw. Good game, X3 200. Alright, come on. You're eating into our time here. We would like to get one or two more games in. Please, Arena. Time waits for no man. Up against the kanji. Hey, we get to go first. We have a decent looking hand. Everything's bound to fall apart from here. Another Grim Bobble? I'll take it. I don't know what we're up against, but I'll take it. I think it was probably the right decision. The hitter's tapped. That's good. Sword of the Realms. Interesting. Well, we have a Oni Cold Anvil. This is a very slow mono white deck so far. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. We'll take a treasure. And a Panharmonicon seems fine. What, you got more removal for our Panharmonicon? I mean, next turn I think we Fomari Vault, pitch the Threefold Thunderhulk, and have a look-see. Assuming they don't play anything, we want a Grim Bobble here. Or double chainsaw. Okay. It has been equipped. We don't... we might as well. Sure. Well, we'll do that. Yep, kill that thing. You return it to your hand, then fine. And we will say pass the turn. I think this is, yeah, we can do this at any time. Skyclave Apparition, eh? And what will you take away? Oh, okay, the Panharmonicon. Well, they're just jelly. They're so jelly. Oh my goodness. Okay. And we drew another land. And another land. All right then. Yeah, we'll do, I guess, the meteor golem, and to destroy the sword. Three, four, so we're 1 mana off. Yeah, that sword's got to go. That's messing our day up. Skyclave Apparition, you're back. Who knew? Sure. Alright, that is not a land. Let's... No, you know what? We can't even do that. My God. Yep, sure. Whatever. Alright, put the counter on this guy. And swing in. We'll have an army of illusions before this is all over with, I'm sure. Skyclave Apparition, Part 3. The reimagining. There goes our chainsaw. And they equip the sword. Alright. Now you're in for a bit of a problem. Because that sword is gone. We drew the answer. I'm sure they have another one by this time. They've done nothing but play Skyclave Apparition and equip the sword for 3 turns. Or board wipe. Is that what's coming now? Yep, there it is. Alright then. Alright, well, let's play the portal. Let's get the portal to Phyrexia, I guess. We got 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we need 1 mana if we keep the Foundry Inspector alive. That's not it. What do we have in here? A Meteor Golem? Sure, we'll do that. Daretti, do your thing, and we will get back the Threefold Thunderhulk. And sacrifice the Grim Bubble. There we go. I'm sure they have another board wipe. The Wandering Emperor, eh? Sure. Okay, well. Now we still need another land because we just lost the Foundry Inspector. That's a bummer. let's say you Wandering Emperor. I do like the art, although your outfit's kind of cray-cray. Another Doomscar headed our way, perhaps. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. We need either a Seize the Spoils with Daretti in play, or to draw something with Fomori Vault. Yeah, okay. So, okay, never mind. They just... Okay, well, actually, that's exactly what we needed. Yeah, we'll block. That's fine. Alright then. Well, let's attack the Wandering Emperor. Seems good. Alright, we're at 9 mana with our Daretti treasure. I honestly did not see us hardcasting a Portal to Phyrexia at all, at any point in this game, in any game we play with this deck. Okay. And then they make a samurai? No. Okay. Oh my. That is very, very intriguing. Doomscar, huh? Alright then. I was wondering when they would get around to finding another one of those. Notice we are unconcerned, opponent. They are tapped out, and we will Portal to Phyrexia all day. And they found an answer for the Portal to Phyrexia. Wonderful. Okay, well, let's get rid of the Reinforced Ronin. Hey, Daretti's good. And we will get back the Portal to Phyrexia and sacrifice our treasure. Play a land. It can intertapped. You got more removal? Yes, they do. They say that's 1, a 2, a 3 all day. Wow, must be nice to beat our opponent. But I have a slight issue here, and that is that we're just going to attack in. We will bring back the Meteor Golem and sacrifice our Vault of Whispers. Destroy that guy. I guess we should have attacked them, I guess. I wasn't remembering that the Meteor Golem would have double triggers. Whoops. Does that mean we change targets? It's not a valid target for attack anymore? No? Okay. Well, that was wishful thinking. Alright, come on. What you got? We are grinding. We're going to put a stop in our opponent's instep and sacrifice this Portal to Phyrexia treasure. If we can. Have you given up, opponent? Have you run out of removal? Banishing Slash, Minimus, Containment, Doomscar, Doomscar. Okay, yep, sure. Destroy evil. Why are we being roped? They're playing nothing but removal and the Wandering Emperor and a Luminarch Aspirant. Touch the Spirit Realm. Then what will that be touching? Alright, cool. Well, we'll sacrifice that for a black. Resolve. And hardcast another portal to... Oh, we cannot. We cannot. Alright, well. I guess we'll just go ahead and attack in. We need one more mana again. Decline. Alright then, well, let's go Famari Vault with a Reinforced Ronin. And Foundry Inspector seems good. We'll cast that. If it lives, then we get the Portal to Phyrexia again. How many times must we hard cast Portal to Phyrexia? Alright, well, let's go ahead and cast it while the Foundry Inspector is still out. Have them sacrifice 6 creatures, of which they have 0. Attack. Wandering Emperor time. There she is. Alright, cool. And they gotta find more removal. Maul of the Skyclaves. Cool. Alright then. It does not have haste. And we will go to our graveyard. Get Daretti back. And grab another Portal to Phyrexia. And grab a Threefold Thunderhulk. And we will sacrifice our Vault of Whispers. We get a whole bunch of tokens. And we will sacrifice a token. Make them sacrifice a bunch of stuff. And I think at this point, we can Tithing Blade. Doesn't need to worry about that. Craft with a creature. Yeah, we'll do that. You got double Portal to Phyrexia removal. Rune of Sustenance. Okay, draw your card. And then die, please. Oh, Terrigen. Hey, sorry, I just missed you. I'm engrossed here in a battle for our life. I'm sorry. Well, let's go to the graveyard, and we'll go with, you know what, we'll get their Halvar. And from our graveyard, we will get Foundry Inspector. We have not hit a single Pactdoll Terror to save our life. We'll get the Welcoming Vampire down. You can die. You can die. We will Famari Vault. Get rid of Seize the Spoils. Get a Pactdoll Terror. And seems good. Actually, no. We'll go there. Wandering Emperor, please stop. Just stop. And we'll get back the Grim Bobble. Sacrifice the token. Kill the samurai. I'm sorry. Honor demanded it. And just hope that they do not have another. I mean, this whole thing started with them casting a Skyclave apparition and over again with the Sword of the Realms. Over and over again. They are determined here, though. It's not gonna happen. Man, do you not see? Alright, well, we'll go with a Reinforced Ronin. And we'll get our own Skyclave apparition. Get double triggers off that. You can get rid of the Luminarch Aspirant. That's submit 1. There you go. Yeah, you don't like it, do you? You don't like it when people double Skyclave apparition. You did it to us 4 times with the same one. Good game. Good game. Man, that was a good game to finish on. Thank you so much for joining us. We finally got to show off what our deck could do. And the Pactdoll Terror never made an appearance. My goodness, we would have drained them to death so many times over by now. At any rate, I hope you've enjoyed. Please leave us a like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Don't forget to get your entries in for the giveaway. And as always, love one another. Be cool. Don't be a jerk. And have fun playing Magic the Gathering. See you next time.